I decided for my contribution for Antlers of Water to write a kind of trilogy of meditations. And the first one is specifically about a walk that I did not complete. So instead of writing about, an experience of walking, it's about what happens when you don't do the walk. How do you retain that memory in your mind? The following day, we decided to attempt a nearby walk to the coral beach at Ardban. 2 women, 1 heavily pregnant, a 4-year-old boy on the brink of massive change, a sister, and a fortnight after her birth, an autism diagnosis. My pelvic girdle, that butterfly-shaped cluster of bones pinned to the mouth of the spine, was killing me, producing a rhythmic grinding when I walked that felt as though it would be ground to dust in the same way a butterfly's wings crumble to nothing. Finally, I refused to continue and sat on a rock overlooking a small sheltered bay where one immediately pictured seals basking, though there were none. We turned back, defeated, but also aware that we had wished for more of the world than we could handle that day. In some ways, nature writing, or perhaps what I thought nature writing was maybe 10, 20 years ago, I sort of associate it with the kind of a reveling in nature, that kind of old sort of transcendental experience of, the sublime, being in a mountainscape and feeling, sort of in some way very small or insignificant, or these ideas of nature somehow being separate from us, something that we admire and that has an impact upon us. And I just think we're in a different place in the world now. We can no longer just sit and revel in the kind of transcendental beauty of nature. There has to be some acknowledgement of what we have done to the world. And that produces both kind of feelings of, guilt and grief and loss and sadness, but also a real valuing of, actually we really care. The notion with nature writing being about the sort of the immediate world around you is very much the ideas that I used when I was writing my first book, Expecting, which is a kind of 9-month chronicle of pregnancy and birth, and was about the pregnancy that I had with my first child, my son. And I decided to approach that book as a form of nature writing, but instead of using landscape, I almost treated the pregnant body as a landscape.